is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
Another notch and make it, drop it and never take it down, take it down. 30-something thousand watching, show me something, baby. Come on, baby.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's matchup should be interesting. The Broncos are top 10 in first downs, and they go up against a Colts team that wants to control the game as well. With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 matchup.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Bortles now on first down. A dump off to Elliott. Muscles him off. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And Cook has it, left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. 2nd down now after the pass completion. Now Bortles again. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. And let's go through the starting defense for Indianapolis.
Aqib Talib is one of the great gambling corners in the league. When he gets an idea and a notion and jumps a route, it often results in 6 points for his team.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Bortles going to throw. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On 2nd down, here's Newton. He gets it here to Peake. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. And that's caught inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. There's Newton now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. throwing on third down. Newton. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, pull the Band-Aid off the wound there. I was just trying to praise Richard Rodgers. Yeah, they're going to be mad at me.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Newton. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. The former Clemson Tiger, Sharon Peake, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He completes it to Peake. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Jeffrey with a catch left side. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller. Because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
So after slogging through a scoreless 1st quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
So the Broncos coming out now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 12. And it'll be 1st down, Denver. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Bortles now on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The linebacker, William Compton, in on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and it's 2nd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. Second and 10, Newton again. He gets it here to Peak. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Two yards to go here on 3rd down. Defense showing blitz. 3rd and 2, Newton. And he's got Peak. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Cam Newton with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And complete right side to Cook. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Their coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? That's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
To throw is Bortles. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to Denver right after this. Bortles now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
So now a 1st and 20. From the gun, it's Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. Get dropped in 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Blue 45. Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Finding time. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Colts getting ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing is Newton. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's got time. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. And coming out now, the Broncos. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. And another timeout taken by the Colts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Black 58 rail. Slow. Here we go. Green 90. Green 90. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
We got 4. Here we go. Ace. Green 90.
Bortles now on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Bortles will try again on second down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose, and the Colts pick it up. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way on to the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Following the fumble recovery, Newton going up top. And this will be caught at the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now Newton on 1st down. He's going to go up top again. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, here's Newton. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Newton on 3rd down. And he's got Peak. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
First out, here's the run with Martin. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised here that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously. But the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
20. Kill. Set. 180. On the ball.
To throw on second down is Newton. And incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's third down. $12 yards to go on third down. Throwing on third down, Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part went to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Green, 90, black, 58, right, 58, right. Here we go. Black, 58, right. Green, 30. Z. There we go now. Green, 90, black, 58, right. Green, 39.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Green, 90. Green, 90. Left. Green, 39.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here we go. Blue, 45.
From midfield, here's Bortles. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Second down now after the incompletion.
Green, 90. Here we go now. Left. Ace. Back. Green, blue, 45.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Green, 90. Green, 90.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And this is Cook with a grab. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line.
Green 39. Left. Green 39.
Into the red zone, it's Bortles. Throwing left side here, it is complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. And it's 17-7. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Newton on 1st down. He completes it to Peake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Wonder what's in the offensive playbook on 3rd and 13. We're about to find out. 3rd and long. It's Newton. And he comes back with one complete. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
fresh set of downs here. Here comes the D swarming to the line. One receiver right, that's Jeffrey. On first down, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. So the sack on first down there by the defense, and now it's second down. On second down, here's Newton. And that's caught inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. And off comes to Martin. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. To throw on second down is Newton. Try to lay one up deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's able to find Diggs. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll put Jeffrey here in motion left. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to lose some on this. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He can run for it, and he will. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And Denver getting set to take the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
A long way to go here for the offense on 3rd down after the penalty. 3rd and 15. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they just did not get the snap away in time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 right. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
Play clock winding down.
Z.
And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
The light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down.